And welcome! Yes, you've arrived here in a gloriously golden wheat field for yet another food review. Yeah, I know. Now you're obviously going to be asking yourself, is he going to eat wheat? Well, I've eaten Weetabix, but no. That is not my intention, but I may have to do that. Hold on, let us flip around. Let us flip us around so we know who we're talking to and who you're listening to. Hi! Right, so, hold on, cameraman. Are you getting it all in the back? Pleased to hear it. Cheers, my dears. We've even got ice. Oh yes, superstar like me, you see. I get it shipped in by helicopter. It was air ambulance, but I demanded it. I said, look, I know there's someone with a broken leg, but that's his fault. He should have gone out rambling in them silly flip-flops. So they threw him out and put a load of bags of ice in. Yeah, so I was going to do a food review on and about a banana, B-A-N-A-N-A-S, my favourite curved yellow fruit, which I love to undress upon request. Yeah, well, it's to peel, isn't it, really, technically? The technical terminology of such a thing. Got to say, though, talking about unpeeling, that's what your skin would do out here unless you were liberally rubbed in the old factor 50 on my days, yeah. Yeah, and, a banana's yellow, and I'm kind of sporting the garb of a yellow jacket-ish, okay. And we are set, the setting is glorious, as you can see. Honey gold wheat field. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's, a matter of fact, Eva Cassidy is just over there. I don't know if you can, yeah. Eva Cassidy is over there. No, she's not dead. Fuck off. I do my research. Yeah, Eva Cassidy is playing Fields of Gold on acoustic guitar. And Sting, you're getting this, cameraman. Sting is over there playing his version of Fields of Gold. Over there. And it's a sing-off, you see, a sing-off. The purpose being to ascertain the definitive version. And I think it's an impossible task, don't you? Maybe I'm being presumptuous there, but I think they're both equally as fine in different ways. Oh, blimey, we're getting down this Ameretto. You remember me? Well, probably not. Oh, getting a message. Yeah, I've got. Don't be fretting. I do have permission off the landowner, the farmer, to film in here, within this glorious golden wheat field, moving with the wind, swaying like the undulating sea. Yeah, but it all. He did say now. He said, now look like, he's Scouse. He goes, look like you can't go into my field for treading down all my fucking crops. That's how I don't do that. I'm respectful. And he says, yeah, I'd met your side before. I fucking David Attenborough. He shits in the fucking crops, pisses on everything. Cost me a fortune. I had no corn on the cob for months. And you should see what he did to me sprouts. Anyway, I said, no, look, I'm respectful. And he said, well, okay. I said, all right, mate. He says, but you're going to have to be like a temporary scarecrow. Try and... some bloke's just been listening to me. Look. It's all right, mate. It's a nosy parker, isn't he? It's not a free show, mate. I'm selling fucking tickets. Anyway, just to prove the point. Temporary scarecrow. I'm not very good, to be honest. There's no lark ascending, There's no starlings, like, plucking out their feathers in fright. They're just laughing at me, really. But, yeah, he's giving me this. It's my provisional scarecrow bird scarer license, L plate. So there you go. You can't get more official than that. So we'll put that down there, shall we? Yeah, so, you know, I'm doing my best. I'm trying to move my arms around vigorously, you know. How are you anyway? You alright? Do you get out much into the fields? Do you? It's good for you, you know. We'll get permission off farmer. Otherwise you'll get like a shotgun blast up your arse. We got any more drink in here? Bob? Yeah, Bob's come with me. He's unemployed, you see, so I took pity on him. Yeah, I've got to say, it is. I'm going to get another drink. I've got to say, it is without a doubt. Wow, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it is in this wheatfield tonight. We're going to be all alone in this wheatfield tonight. Yeah, the farm is going to be far too busy hitting the Vaseline. Yeah, but I mean, you know, he's just going to like lubricate his tractor axle. I don't try to suggest that he's some kind of pervert, you know. I would not go so far. But what he gets up to in his barn with them sheep, they do make some curious noises. Do you know, you can never, if you're a photographer, and I know many of you are, you can never capture a really great picture, a photograph, if you like, a still image of a wheatfield. And you know why? Because it always comes out grainy. Shut the fuck up, Bob. Try my best here. It's the best material I've got. Yeah, that was very nearly a dad joke, though. Very nearly. Actually, hold on, let me get the cup. That's professional, isn't it? Actually, all the farmers like to tell that joke, you know, over a flagon of cider. Yeah, it's a popular farmer's jest. They'll tell that till cows... Come on, you know the rest. They'll tell that till the cows come home. And what do you have? You have a farmhouse full of cows. Frisian. No, I didn't say freezing. I mean, it's hardly freezing, is it? I mean, look at it. No, Frisian cows, you know. Yeah, what's red, black? Leaks milk. Yeah, Frisian cow with sunburn. I told you these jokes don't get any better. Yeah, I might stop, actually. It's not my forte. But if you've got any good jokes, you know, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And I don't class. Fuck off. Your channel's shite. And I hope you choke on that food that you're reviewing. I don't class that as a comment. Whoever you are. You know who you are. You know who you are. Sending me such things. Oh, but again, everyone's a critic. Now, wheat. Wheat has been grown for nigh on over 9,000 years. Probably nearer 10, to be fair. As a matter of fact, those dudes, the fine young dudes, the fine young cannibals that erected the, and it was a fine, mighty erection. You don't see many of them in this wheatfield, thank God. Otherwise known as one of the 7 wonders of the world. It isn't it, Bob? Is it the 7th? I don't know what order they come in. They count the Colossus of Rhodes, don't they? But who's ever seen that? Don't know. Yeah, so when they were erecting the pyramids, do you know, the only thing they had to engender them with energy was warm camel milk, straight from the nipples, and they're very hairy nipples, camels, Bob says. He's been to Chester Zoo, see. And Weetabix, or was it shredded wheat? So it must do you good, must do you the power of good. Yeah. If you can erect, oh, my cup's just blown off. Everyone's a critic, even nature. The wind's blown my cup off. Do you get blown off, Bob? No answer to that, is there? Hey? I bet that cleaning lady who comes round, I bet she... And we'll move on from that. I hate the wind. No, never have the sun behind you because it just blacks everything out. Right, let's get our L plate. So we've got to be respectful. Leave a place as thou'rt found it, sire. Oh, me ice cube's gone. Bollocks. It's all right. You know what I did? I haven't got a cooler bag. Daddy cool. No, I don't possess one of them, unfortunately. So I went to Iceland. And I purchased a bag of, the large ones you can get. Like Eskimos. Well, you can't call them that anymore. They're Inuits, aren't they? They use them as suppositories, I think. Yeah, anyway, they're like the larger ice cubes. And I've got them in my my normal rucksack, do you see? Yeah. Yeah, so wheat. There's many different variations of wheat. Go on, Bob. Look it up on Wikipedia now. How many are there? 30,000. 30,000. There are 30,000 varieties. Did you know there are 30,000 differing varieties of wheat across the globe? I mean, that is quite impressive, isn't it, to be fair? But, talk about multiple personality disorder. That there Wheatfield, it's full of different personalities, isn't it? And I'm not talking about those courting couples, you know what I mean, who go in there for a bit of how's your father. Which is dicing with death, really, because when the farmer's in there on his combine harvester, do you know what I mean? He shreds everything, mate. You don't care who gets in where. Yeah. Think on. Now, I don't know if you know much about Roman history and crop rotation, but there was a Roman. Manius. That's Manianas. Manana. Oh, fucking hell. There was too gassy, that. It wasn't the Ameretto in ice. It was all the Pepsi Max, Anyway, where was I? I don't know. Oh, I know. I was here one time in the middle of a fucking Wheatfield. Yeah, so the Roman goddess. Yeah, she's the protector of grain, no less. By the name of Ceres. Yeah, so the Roman goddess, the protector of the grain, was a lady by the name of Ceres, which is where the word cereal is derived from. Makes sense, really, doesn't it? But it seems a bit sad, really. I mean, she's up there on Lonely as a Cloud, And little did she realise that her name would be linked with things like Coronation Street, EastEnders, bum 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 bum. Bam, down, down. Oh, 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 oh. That's right, that's right. Oh, 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 yeah, you know, series. Oof, getting a lot of messages today. It's probably off the farmer saying, are you finished yet? Well, no, I haven't. Not yet. It's got to be a short one, though. I've only got so much data. I think we'll go for a ramble across the fields in a minute. And nothing wrong with that, is there? Yeah, wheat, and we are talking about wheat, is self-propagating. Are you self-propagating? I've done a bit of that in my time, but enough of that. Only with the lights off, do you know what I mean? 1 foot on the floor. Wet wipes as well, you know. Can't abide people who wipe it on the curtains after, can you? You know who you are, Bob. Don't pretend you don't. There's fucking barbed wire here. Anyway, shall we venture forward? Go on, let's do it. Let's be a devil. Let us venture into the wheat field. You see the undulating movement of the crops in the wind, the movement of the sea. Isn't that gorgeous? Do you know what I mean? Well, that very serene movement of the golden crops is actually them getting it on, because they're self-propagating, you see. They're doing that, really, not to the sound of traffic over there, which is a bit off-putting. They don't care, though, do you know what I mean? They're rampant. Should really be to the soundtrack of Marvin Gaye. What's going on? That's a little bit too loud, that. Or maybe, sexual healing. Is that what they're saying? Is that what they're singing? Sexual healing. Oof. I don't know if they're nodding. Yeah, I think they're nodding in agreement. Like, yeah, you got that right, mate. But do you know what I mean? We don't like people overlooking us while we're going at it. Or maybe some Barry White. Do you know what I mean? The walrus, the love walrus. How many people get that reference? Not many, I bet. Oh, baby. Yeah. Big fat guy with a beard. Shut up, Bob. It's not fucking me. Yeah, I always had a white hanky because he perspired somewhat, a lot, while he was at his piano. I think they built that piano around him, you know. Because it was custom built, because there's no way he was going to get behind a conventional one. I think they made it out of edible. I think they made it out of candy, his piano, so he could eat it. So he could eat his way out of it. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, so it's very, very... It's a form of grass anyway, wheat, you know. As is barley. And barley, you know, you get like the malt and beer, whiskey. So there's a lot of alcoholics out there sucking it, thinking it comes straight from the stem. Do you know what I mean? Well, no. No, it doesn't. I'm sorry to inform you, but you may be able to formulate booze, beer, and the finest whiskey from wheat, barley, sorry. And of course, being a form of grass, which wheat and barley, they both are, you get a lot of hippies in here as well. We had some earlier on before filming. We had to shoo them off with a pitchfork because they heard, oh, it's full of grass, and they were over this edge, you know what I mean? Trying to set fire to it and inhale it. So it's not that type of grass, mate. Get a grip. Fucking muppet. Anyway. Don't worry. I've just got to pick up my bits. No, I don't mean like that, Bob. Let me just put all this back in the bag and on my cup. Right. Shall we go a little bit further? Now be careful, I don't want you to be walking on the crops because it's me that's responsible. See, there's a little path a little further up. You see where all the courting couples have been pressing it all down, look. They like to blame it on ET, do you know what I mean? Crop circles and stuff like that. As if he's got nothing else better to do. Yeah, Sting's still singing. You remember me and the fields of barley. Well, good luck to him, I say. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this food review. Not that there's been much food in it. There's been a little bit of Ameretto drinking. Yeah. What can I say? Lube it up, baby. Yeah, I wonder if he has lubed up his tractor axle. Keeps him busy, I guess. Now, wheat germ is a superfood. I mean, I don't just mean like, oh wow, it's super, isn't it? Do you know? It's a dietary. Oh, let's get into the sun. It's a dietary champion. It's full of vitamins, you see. And it's got no cape. It's got no flowing cape like Superman. And it can't spunk out like webs out of its wrists like Spider-Man. And it doesn't have a metal suit like that Iron Man. I mean, Iron Man. What's he without a tin suit? He's nothing, is he? Absolutely no talent at all. And as I've always said, iron is liable to rust. I mean, you ask the captain of the Titanic, E.J. Smith. I mean, you could if he was still alive. But his bloated corpse dissolved long ago at the bottom of the Atlantic, I believe. Because his ship, the Titanic, was made of iron. And you get that sinking feeling with iron. What you did with that ship? This ship can't sink. It's practically unsinkable. She's made of iron, sir. I assure you she can. And she will. Within 2.5 hours. Nearly 2 hours and 20. Don't know what Billy Connolly was doing on board the Titanic, but there you go. Maybe it was a relative. You know, fleeing born in Scotland to try and make a better life in the Americas, in a land of opportunity. When you are still allowed in, that is, you know what I mean? We don't want to get political now, do we? Anyway, here we are. Let's resume. Let's go. Let's find the path. The path less trodden by. Here we are. Isn't that beautiful? Now, this always reminds me, puts me in mind of Gladiator. Do you know when he's going down and he's just tickling the wheat with his fingers? And he's got no underpants on, so the wheat's tickling something of his. It's a lovely moment, actually. One of my favourite cinematic moments. Shut up, Bob. Trying to be a bit serious here. Get a bit emotional, to be fair. Yeah, so wheat's got vitamins E and B. And there's not many things have. But then again, oranges have vitamin C, so what can I... I'm losing the plot, sorry. I am losing the plot a bit. I think it's sunstroke. Yeah, I do believe it's sunstroke. Anyway, I'm going to end this now because it's going to take all my data to upload this bad boy. But I promise, I do promise to be back. Not that you want me to be back. And maybe it'll be a banana. I will do a banana, but Do you want me to do a banana? What do you think, Bob? Should I do a banana? You've seen me, eh? No, I haven't. That wasn't a banana anyway, and I sat on it by accident. Can't get the fucking staff. I might just do a bowl of fruit. Do you know what I mean? I'll get some grapes, some kumquats. Yes. Some apples, some pears. Do you know what I mean? And I like a soft pear. Do you know what I mean? A juicy one. Do you like a soft pear? There's nothing like a soft pear. You like yours firm? I've seen your wife. They're not firm. All right, Bob, I'm only joking. God, it takes everything personal. Anyway, so let's spin you around. Dancing with tears in my eyes. Yeah, well, you can't tell, can you? You know. You can't tell because I got my shades on. Am I crying now? I'm crying inside. I'll give you a last look. Bye-bye, cornfield. Until we meet again. In thunder, lightning, or in rain. Well, hopefully not. Sayonara.